You can't ever justify hitting a 3-year-old in the face with an iPad. I'll start there, but I don't know if I will go as far to say it's abuse. And
what are we going to call it?
It's unjustified. It's excessive. I don't know if this woman should necessarily be behind bars. And I'll say, because I watched the video several times, I don't think it was a hard hit. It was an unnecessary hit. And I'm not defending this woman, but I got spankings growing up. And I've never been hit in the face with an iPad, and I don't think you should ever hit a child in the face with an iPad, but I don't feel like this is the type of woman that bashed this iPad on this child's head. I think she went too far, and she was frustrated, but I think it was
I'm speechless, Judy. I don't know, where do you draw the line if that's not abuse? You were allowed to tap them on the face with your iPad? You're allowed to...
iPad mini.
iPad mini's okay?
It's an iPad mini. No one really cares.
Right. No, there are clear guidelines for what spanking actually is. It's on the bottom, and it's with a certain way, with open fist.
Open hand.
Right, open fist, open hand.
But it's not with intent to harm. Yeah. It's not with intent to leave marks.
That's right.
I mean, but Mike, my question is about the bystanders. Did they do the right thing filming this?
Well, I think that the idea behind what they were doing was great, because if you can expose something that's wrong, morally, ethically, whatever you think, it's subjective, but if you can expose something that's going down that's wrong, it's a good thing. I think the way they went about it, maybe her language, you don't need to get to the point where you're also insulting the lady. It's like, hey, we're bringing awareness to the fact that you just struck a child.
Well, no, listen, the couple that shot that video also posted this following post, which said this lady was pulling the kid by the hair out of the Kohl's store, so they decided to make a movie of her dumb ass. Watch now as she smacks the kid with the tablet. So they had already seen her abusing the kid.
And listen, I don't think that I'm going to poo-poo your argument, but that it's not necessarily abuse. I just think that the idea of striking another person, regardless if it's a 3-year-old or a grown man, you know, it's a very serious thing. And I mean, it's kind of like an instinctive human impulse to defend yourself or like to act out in that way, but it's a very primitive one. And I think like maybe like exposure to
Vanessa,
too many violent movies and things.
Wait a minute.
The idea of like truly striking someone, whether it's hard or not, even hitting a dog. I mean, what you're conveying, the message you're conveying by striking something else is a purely violent one. I don't think
listen, I'm glad you brought up the animal. If this were an animal, Vanessa, people would be crying abuse from here to kingdom come.
And that is a problem. People go crazy over their animals.
But hold on a second. In what world does hitting the animal change the behavior in a positive way? What you get is a cowering animal that bites. That's what you end up with. And guess what? You end up with the same kind of human.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely
I've gotten spankings. I've seen children that get spankings. Spare the rod, spoil the child. I don't think it's wrong to spank a child on their thigh, on their bottom. No, you don't hit them in the face with an iPad, but I don't think a spanking is wrong. And we've seen many people that have grown up with spankings, me included, and I think I turned out fine.
And
we can debate that, but that's another topic.